Happy Friday, everyone. Jenny, thank you so much for that playlist. I feel like you should have been a DJ on the side on the weekends, right?
That's kind of my side hustle, man. That's what I've been training for the past 1 year. GM, everyone. So good to be here.
Yes, GM, GA, GN, depending on where you are. We got another exciting Monkey Fireside chat this Friday. Thank you, Nam, Dobby, Benny, per usual, to be part of the panel. How are your guys' Fridays going?
Always happy to be around. Had to miss town hall, but looking forward to getting my monkey business in for the fireside chat.
Friday's going a lot better now after that music. Thank you, Jemmy.
Yeah, definitely got my vibes up for sure.
Jemmy just knows how to pump everybody up.
Do we have a monkey playlist on Spotify?
Now that you speak about it, I think, I briefly recall, correct me if I'm wrong, Norm, but I think we had a DJ Monkey, that used to be with us, and he started a playlist equivalent on Audius. So maybe we could port them over, to Spotify somehow.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, I think we're going to work on adding a few more things to Spotify, Audius, and YouTube in the coming weeks. I was talking with Sundot, and I'm looking forward to getting some more monkey content out across the world.
Yeah, maybe we can feed the music to pump it up while we're, checking out some numbers and stats at SolanaFloor. What do you think about that, Wazza?
Always welcome. Always good to have monkeys here.
Well, welcome. We're so happy to do this fireside chat with you today. I know it's been a long time coming for MonkeDAO turning 1 coming up next week, and I always feel like it's correlated with SolanaFloor and how you got started with this whole thing. I think that we should kind of get into it. I feel like there's some new monkeys that could be listening right now, and maybe people that were involved within the space last August, September. They're not too familiar with the starting point of SolanaFloor. So I'm going to hand over the floor to you to just kind of talk about how you started SolanaFloor, what gave you the idea, and what this progress has been like for you throughout the year.
Yeah. So first of all, congrats on SMB 1 year and soon 1 year MonkeDAO. But yeah, time has been flying by really fast, right? So I've been in the MonkeDAO since day one, and I'm into the SMBs, which I was lucky to be able to, obviously. But yeah, some may already know my story, but I'll do a quick recap. So I've been into crypto since 2017, but NFTs only since SMB Band, because I started on Eve and failed horribly trying to mint some. I don't even remember what kind of collection it was, but just paid a bunch in gas, but never got the NFT. So I minted the SMBs instead, which, well, super happy about in hindsight, right? And the whole SolanaFloor idea came after minting SMB, because I was just wanted more insight into what I bought and how it was doing from like a price and ownership perspective, I guess. And then I created this tool for myself in first, and I don't know, that I thought maybe other people would find it interesting as well. Then shared it actually on September 10th. That was the first launch. Let me actually find the tweet. I found it, but how do I add it to the chat? I think I can. Okay, there it is. So that was the first launch tweet of SolanaFloor. It was basically just one page with SMB only, and the rest is history.
That is amazing. This is going to be one of the tweets where you quote retweet and go, this aged really well.
Yeah, that's. I might do that right now, actually.
Well, we have our MonkeDAO 1 year coming up. Looks like your birthday is a little bit later than ours. But so What do you feel like has been the progression throughout the year for SolanaFloor? How has it been from you starting with one collection to where you guys are now? How many collections do you guys have now on SolanaFloor?
I think over 300. Raz has been adding a lot lately, so I'm not sure if he's on the call, but he's been working hard on the collection part. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the year has gone by really fast, and I mean, I remember back then everything was so new. We only had like 3 or 4 NFT collections. SMB, I think was the Degen Apes and Solarians, and maybe 1 or 2 more. Metaplex just started, and there was no candy machine. I even remember the first tutorial Levi did, which was amazing, but still no one would understand how to actually use it. It wasn't until much further where everyone came with these sort of launch pads, which describes how we work right now with NFTs. And there were only 2 marketplaces back then, right? We only had Solanart, and then we had the SMB marketplace. And the first SMB marketplace was actually the Discord, and Jemmy knows this really well. We reminisce sometimes over how it was simpler back then, right? But the space has really matured so much, and much more in this just 1 year, more than Eve has, in my opinion. And I guess back then, and as the space grew, there were also more scammers, right? At first, it was just phishing, and now everyone has to be careful on what to use, especially lately with some of the like more recent, bigger hacks. And I mean, we're all trying to make the space safer, but scammers become smarter as well. But yeah, we'll just have to keep on building safer tools. And I don't remember. I remember that SolanaFloor back then, like in that tweet, was only 1 page. It only had a couple of charts and a few tables, and yeah, it's been a wild ride. I've been to places I've never been before. I met amazing people in the DAO. At first in Lisbon, I met Nam and MacD and a bunch of other monkeys who I'm still really close with till this day. So really grateful for that. Also Miami earlier this year, and yeah, it's been just an amazing time to be in this space, I guess. So, and I got lucky being one of the first to build this sort of analytics platform, because back then there was only Soul Analysis and us. Yeah, and now we have all sorts of data available for NFT traders and investors, and even the NFT collection for Pro Access, which gives you even more tools for trading. And I think that, I don't know, I mean, I think that NFTs started with just being simple PFP collections, and we're slowly seeing more branding, utility, and gaming, metaverses, and I don't know, means more in real life connections, I guess. And I think this is just only the tip, and we can do so much more than just JPEGs, right? So.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. In fact, I remember meeting you for the first time in Lisbon. It was just such a fangirl over your work, because I think I told you this before, but for everybody else that's listening, SolanaFloor helped me pick out my forever monkey, which is this monkey that everybody's seeing right now. I had initially bought a floor monkey to get a MonkeDAO before I realized all the amazing work the community was doing, and realized this is a DAO that I want to be a part of for a really long time. And then I used SolanaFloor and went back to look at the monkeys that was for sale at the time, and just kind of pick out what I feel like represents me and what I would want, right? The pug hair, I feel like I've always been a little rebellious. I don't smoke in real life anymore, but I feel like with the pace of Web3 and everything that's going on, I kind of need that cigarette. And the suit was just like pretty much like, let's do it, monkey business, let's go, right? So I feel like what you were just saying with branding how you pick out your PFP and what you identify with is your own personal branding at the end of the day. And SolanaFloor not only helped me to do this with SMBs, but in other projects too as well. So just want to say thank you so much for building this. And essentially, this is the only platform that I've been using, still uses till this day.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I mean, you've been a big help ever since the start, and with the NFT collection as well. So can't thank you more for just being there and being awesome.
Yeah, monkeys love monkeys and support monkeys. So out of curiosity, Nam, Benny, and Dobby, why don't we start with you, Nam? What has your experience been like with SolanaFloor? What were your earliest memories? I know Wazza mentioned a little bit about, the Discord was the only place that you could actually buy monkeys and was for OTC, but how has this whole experience and how has SolanaFloor shaped your journey within Web3?
Yeah, so experiencing SolanaFloor was definitely something where, the biggest thing I think was a lot of the standardization of like rarity and bringing in rankings into a platform where it was much easier to trade, and how Rare did this as well, where it standardized how we were dealing with monkeys. Like previously, people would just like make up rankings and rarities where their monkeys had an arbitrarily high valuation for no real reason, because you just didn't have like a centralized area to point it to. You just had statistical charts, and people are very easily able to manipulate those so that they think they have something rare than they don't. And just being able to see like SolanaFloor grow as kind of this homegrown MonkeDAO project into the massive entity that it is today, and getting to see so many MonkeDAO members who have contributed to it or have been able to be a part of SolanaFloor throughout its journey. And then obviously now with your sale and partnership with Step, I'm very, very happy to see like kind of one of our first cycle of products for MonkeDAO, and just the incredible people that we have building inside of it. So it's been awesome to get to experience that from the ground up, compared to when it was just like one color monotone charts that we were posting in Discord about how many monkeys were listed.
Yeah, I guess I would agree with exactly with what Nam said there. Like it's all about supporting the homegrown like MonkeDAO projects for one. Wazza's an OG. Of course, like we're all gonna get behind and support that. But just like the value add immediately from day one, like a lot of people in this chat probably remember like staring at that little like rarity sheet that you had to zoom in on to even like be able to come close to reading it. I don't know how good your eyes are, but like having something like SolanaFloor just like not only standardizing things, but also just making that whole process of like evaluating a monkey so much more manageable was huge. Cannot thank you enough.
Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I unfortunately wasn't around during the early days of SMB, during the mint and kind of like the early trading days. But I mean, even when I joined, which was like around December, January, I always heard about SolanaFloor. It was almost like kind of like a legend, like a something that people would discuss when they did discuss kind of the older days and whatnot. And even more recently, I've been using it more often just for more analytics reasons and just kind of keeping track of different collections that I'm watching and looking into different trades and whatnot. And I think it's always super exciting to follow monkey stories and watch what they're building and see how it kind of evolves. And especially with the most recent investment from Step, I mean, it's just really exciting, and it's always just fun for me personally to hear about kind of the older beginning stories of people trading within Solana, because I'm very upset that I wasn't there for it, but it's awesome to hear about it.
I'm just excited that we're talking about this now, almost 1 year in. But I can't imagine what this space will even look like 6 months from now, or even 2 years from now. So, Wazza, give us the latest updates. Tell us about SolanaFloor Pro. Tell us about what you merged with Step Finance and what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, first off, the merge with Step Finance, that was already a month ago. Yeah, it was a month ago. Because I've been in Thailand and Malaysia the last couple of weeks, and I actually signed when I was at the airport. But yeah, I'm super excited about joining with Step Finance. Step is a dashboard for DeFi on Solana, and we're a dashboard for NFTs on Solana. And Step was already a client for our API service, and we just had a really good synergy on what we think the space needs and what to build. So as we were talking, this made a lot of sense to become sort of like one home for Solana. And that's what we're actually working on right now. So also the part that we discussed back in Miami, Mac and Nam, about trying to get more retail in. That's actually what Step is building as well. So they just released this learning platform. Let me actually find it. I can pin it on the in the space. But yeah, so we just had a lot of similar ideas on what to build, and this is going to be great. This is going to be like the next big thing on Solana. Here we go. So I just linked it.
Awesome. Yeah, Miami felt like a long time ago. We just had an event in Miami, and this was, I want to say, back in April when we were talking about this. But I feel like you've always had such a great foresight when it came to the things that the space needs and what we need to do to kind of grow and move things forward. So it just makes sense that you're, not only building out SolanaFloor Pro, you're also partnering up with Step Finance to kind of build out this adoption and education platform too as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, the team will still keep on working on SolanaFloor and the NFT analytics part, and it's only going to grow in terms of features and trading tools. And over time, it's going to be integrated in other Step analytics as well. So it'll be more of a one whole analytics platform. But yeah, working on learning and other media features for retail users is something that we're focusing on right now, because SolanaFloor has been mainly focusing on pro users till now, but we really do need these new people and like funds in the space for it to grow.
So speaking of Pro, can you just go over a little bit about what Solana Pro actually offers? And then we could probably maybe make this announcement, what we're doing with MonkeDAO to celebrate the birthdays coming up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think a lot of people in the DAO have already heard about the features and also the NFT collection that comes with it. But basically what it does is it gives you that extra edge over how you can trade or invest in any sort of NFT collection, right? So it shows you more historic data. You can add alerts on when a specific NFT gets into your price range or when a specific one gets listed. You have access to real-time data where you can buy straight from the feed. You have more floor insight limits, and there's just a whole lot more like charts and other tools that can help you with what to buy and what to sell as well. So.
Well, I know I still use it till this day, so I'm excited for everyone in MonkeDAO to get the chance to be able to have access to this amazing tool that we built. So I know we talked a little bit about it. We're going to have a channel for everyone to go to for you to automatically verify for people to be able to use SolanaFloor Pro for a week, right?
Exactly. This is to celebrate the birthday of both platforms, I guess. So yeah, super excited about giving this out to monkeys as first. This is a new method to try getting new users. So this is going to be free for all monkey holders.
Well, I'm excited. So thank you so much for doing that. I think it's great that you're offering this as part of our celebration. And I think that if everyone kind of took the time, even an hour to get in pro, if you haven't yet, I think there's a tool for everyone, right? Whether you're just kind of getting in there, just trying to figure out what's going on with the certain projects because there's just too much to keep up within the space, and you could want to see like how the sales are going within them, or you're trying to get into new project and trying to figure out what to buy, what to cite, and what are some of the deals if you're looking for specific rankings and traits too as well. So I know I'm really excited about this. And does this week start today or does it start tomorrow? Did it start yesterday? When are we putting this as the starting date for the 7 days?
It's starting today. So let's get those messages in. You can DM me. You can put it in the channel that feedback support, right? It's feedback support, Mac.
Yes. So it'll be feedback support if they want to be added manually by you. But I know your DM is always open, so I know that they can definitely DM you as well to get the access.
Exactly. Let's do it. Super excited.
Awesome. Does anyone have any questions for Wazza so far? So Wazza, feel free to raise your hand if you have a question for him. But Wazza, you're in Thailand right now. What's next for you? Are you going to one of our monkey events coming up?
Sadly, won't be able to make it to the Singapore one, but I'll try to get to the Stockholm one for sure, and I'll definitely be in Lisbon end of this year. So can't wait for that.
Yeah, we just announced our Monkey Hotel in Lisbon, and we're just also like people are getting monkey Airbnbs and houses to kind of share to as well. So Lisbon will be fun. It'll be nice to kind of get everybody together again, but this time instead of having our 30 people lunch or 50 monkey get together, I think we'll definitely get a little bit closer to 100 150 out in Lisbon this year. So I'm excited about that. All right, I'm gonna see if anyone has any questions for Wazza as far as SolanaFloor. Just raise your hand, or if it's anybody from this panel, feel free to just unmute yourself. But I always know this Friday, there's a lot going on, so we can always kind of end this and kind of send everybody off on this Friday too as well. So I will just.
Yeah. Or go ahead, Wazza. Sorry.
No, you go first.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess just kind of a general question on the SolanaFloor Pro. Obviously there's a ton of different, avenues and value that you can get from it, and a lot of different information that it offers. I'm curious if you have any personal opinion on what you think like the most common use case for it is, or where you think a lot of the users will immediately go to right when they start using it.
I think the most the most popular tool is definitely real-time data. So the real-time data gives you access to like a stream of incoming listings and sales on any marketplace, and you can buy straight from the feed for some marketplaces. And that has been an amazing tool, and people really have an edge over not having this tool, because you can get access to listings as they get listed before accessible anywhere. So it's straight from the chain, and I think that's the most important and biggest tool that we have. We also what also is really has been really helpful is the longer history chart, where you can see the growth in ownership, or what it's been like over 3 months ago, even half a year ago. All right, so that data is pretty unique on our site. So
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I could imagine the real time being incredibly useful, even almost in different ways, right? Like if you're trying to snipe a certain collection, or you just have a lot of knowledge about different collections, and you just see a really low listing pop up, you can right away buy it. I think it's awesome. You can buy straight from the real time app as well. And then also just I think especially during a bear market, we see a lot of collections just get pumped up pretty quickly. And so having that real time information to where you can hopefully kind of get in early on, I think would be super useful. So I'm excited to hop in and try that out.
Yeah, not just the real time data, but also the data for more in depth insights into what the holders are doing and what specific wallets are doing, right? So that's really important for investors as well.
All right. I think we have. I'm trying to get Static up here because I know he has been huge in helping you out with SolanaFloor and everything else that we've been going on. So maybe if he wants to talk about his experience a little bit. Nam, do you have anything you would like to mention? Or Jemmy, don't hide behind the MonkeDAO face. I know you have. You usually have something to say, right?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome to see more Monkey Tools getting credit. I'll ask one thing, was is there anything that's coming out of the hackathon that you're very excited about that people should be checking out for things to either improve their personal experience on Solana or trading or anything like that? Is there a next Solana floor that you're looking forward to seeing?
To be honest, I haven't been able to check that out too much. Been too busy building, and if I'm not building, I'm probably on the beach or at the pool with the kids these days. So haven't seen much of the hackathon, fortunately.
It looks like we have a request from K-Man who would like to speak. So K-Man, you should be up here by now. And then after this, we'll go to Ducky NFT. Or I guess we can start with Ducky first while K-Man's loading up.
All right. Seems like we may have had some very interesting guests who just wanted some limelight. Hope they are excited that they had the platform. MacD, I think passing back the time to you.
Yeah, thank God for the mute button. Hey, Static, how's it going? How are you?
What's up? What's up? I guess I joined at a very interesting time.
Yep.
So-
I wonder if you caught the mini drama that we had.
Just
What's up,
in the last
Static?
20 seconds. So yeah.
Nice to see where this space has grown to and how certain things will always stay the same. But Static, I know you're up here, and do you want to share really quick about your journey and what you've been doing SolanaFloor, MonkeDAO since you're up here?
Sure. Yeah. So kind of, I guess, history, I guess, wise is what you're looking for. Joined SMB last August. Randomly found it on Twitter with my other account, my real life account. Ended up buying a bunch of SMBs in the Discord before the MonkeDAO existed. So we were doing escrow trading with Ticket Tool, and it was a crazy, weird time. Ended up asking, the SMB team if they needed any dev help. So I ended up helping build the Twitter, the SMB sales bot Twitter. So indexing the chain, getting the sales, and then I've kind of built beyond that pretty significantly. And then I got connected because I saw Wazza was building SolanaFloor. Saw how cool that was. Really try to kind of push him to make it bigger and get everybody in the MonkeDAO to be using it. And then him and I just kind of became good friends. We actually, one of I think our first things that we started chatting about was looking for the extra degen apes that had been minted after the failed mint for the exiled. And so we spent a bunch of time together trying to understand it, and I think we pissed some people off with our searching and trying to understand what had happened. I mean, this was early days where I don't know if anybody cared, but we cared because we were trying to build good data on the chain. So Waz and I became friends, and then as he was building SolanaFloor, I was just there to do my best to support him in whatever way I could, and we just had a lot of fun together. And then he won the hackathon, or placed second. I'm sorry, but still awesome in the hackathon. So ended up going to meet him in Lisbon, and so then we spent an awesome week together, had a lot of fun. And then since then, I've just been supporting Wazza in whatever way I can, helping with like the real time parsing and other stuff. So that's kind of the short and sweet history. And Waz and I chat every day and have chatted every day since probably like October sometime. So, and super proud of SolanaFloor and the fact that he was able to kind of get acquired by Step and go on and keep building it higher and better.
I appreciate it, man, but you're selling yourself short, man. I mean, we wouldn't be here without your help. So you have a significant role in where we are right now.
Well, I appreciate that. But I want everybody to know that I don't know if Wazza actually goes to sleep. I've never seen him sleep. I'll be on at like midnight my time, which is usually 5 or 6 in the morning for him. And he's like, "Oh, my kids are about to wake up." And I'm like, "What?" So hopefully you're getting some good time on the beach this month.
I feel like I could say the same thing about you, Static. I don't feel like you sleep either. So
yeah, maybe I'm one to talk. But.
Right. I think it's funny, just like the two of you guys. And did you guys actually mint together? Is it just so happens that you two have like this alien zombie together? Like, is there something that I don't know about? And then the hat too?
No, I don't know. I think it may be pure coincidence. I owe a story, a tweet thread that I have waiting. I need to just ship it about how I acquired my SMB. I've been owing it to somebody special in this chat for a while, so I'll make sure I get that out soon. I was planning to do it on the 1 year anniversary, but I actually think it's the 1 year anniversary of when I bought it that I'm going to try to do it. So I think that should be out in the next couple days.
Wow. Do you actually remember when you bought your SMB?
Well, this alien one. This is a very special one for me, and how I got it. So I do remember. I have a whole thread ready to go. So.
Wow. Okay, CT, you heard it here first. Static and his thread will be coming out to talk about his story and the man that built the sales bot. That will kind of make up for a little bit of the intrusion we had earlier.
And I actually didn't mint my PFP. I got 5 comments, and then I bought this one because I wanted an alien.
Oh, so did you use SolanaFloor to pick out this alien? How did you come about to this alien?
Back then, I only had the tool for myself, and I didn't publish it yet. But yeah, I would have used my own tool then.
The pre-tool to the actual tool that we're seeing today, right?
I sit there,
exactly.
I sit around and wonder, back in those days, like I didn't even know about like half of the attributes that I could have been buying at like 3 or 4 Sol back then. I'm lucky that I even got an alien, to be honest, at the price that I did. I wish SolanaFloor had existed when I was escrow trading, because I mean, I'm sure some of you were there back in that day. I mean, we were exchanging them every like hour at like, for 0.1 Sol more, just because it was fun. Because there was no, for better or for worse, there was no, what do you call it? Royalties, right, being sent.
But Static, did you join MonkeDAO on day one as well? Because the way I joined this, I think I saw Jemmy promoting it on Twitter, and then I didn't even know what a DAO was back then, but I just signed up because I like the community.
Yeah. So I think, if I remember correctly, I saw the Twitter post from Celon on August 8th, and it was like I said, it was on a different Twitter account, and it just popped. Like I wasn't following Celon, knew nothing about Solana NFTs, anything. The only thing, I just happened to own some Solana that I had bought like 6 months prior when I was buying what I thought were a lot of shit coins. And so I saw the tweet. I asked Celon. It was like one of my only tweets you'll ever see if you ever find that profile. I asked him what it was. He said, join the SMB Discord. And so I jumped in, tried to figure out what was going on. It took me a little while. But then once I figured it out, so I was there prior to the MonkeDAO forming. So I did watch, as people got kind of frustrated and were like, hey, what's going on? How do we get more involved? Right. Et cetera. And so I won't dive into the split and any of that stuff. But yeah, I joined MonkeDAO day one, and I'm trying to remember. I don't really remember much from like August 28th to like October, because I feel like it was all a blur. Like we were doing so much and moving so fast, and that was when I'd gotten that first sales bot up, and then Hulk had one up at the same day, so we both launched on the same day, and then we worked together to kind of keep building that out, and then all of a sudden we were indexing all the marketplaces. So Yeah. When did the first epoch start, or first like board?
I believe that's slightly before November or October, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember. Either way, I was on that first board. Wasn't as productive back then as I wanted to be on the board. Definitely making a better plan of it this time. It was weird that time. I mean, I'm sure everybody's aware that like devs were in like high need, right? Everything was going crazy. Everybody was building. And so it's hard to like figure out what you're supposed to do as a dev because everybody was throwing money that seemed unfathomable, right? I clearly picked all the wrong ones though because I didn't make very much money, but I enjoyed my time immensely. So,
Well, I think that's all that matters. As long as you had fun, maybe learned something, I think we can do better, this coming year around.
exactly.
Well, I look forward to reading your thread, Static. I can't wait. I don't think I actually know the true story behind how you got your monkey PFP, so definitely we'll be looking forward to that. I don't know if anyone else on the panel have any last questions for Wazza or Static, but we can definitely end this. And I'm excited for everybody to just kind of get into SolanaFloor Pro to use the tools and kind of have it tailored to essentially what your Web3 life looks like and what you would use it for. So I will leave this for the rest of the panels and see if anyone else has anything else they want to add.
I'm looking forward to the next year of monkey projects and people building things out. Obviously, very excited to have you back on the board, Static, and looking forward to seeing you all again in Breakpoint very soon.